Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, I do want to explain a little bit about my history because I have noticed a little bit of an increase in subscribers. And I'm going to be saying a little bit more because there will be a giveaway, so keep on watching. I'm going to explain about that at the end. Now, I originally started my weight loss journey following the Slimming World plan, and I lost the majority of my weight doing that. I think it was 4.5 stone altogether, and then I switched to calorie counting just because, nothing against the Slimming World plan, I just found I lost it all during lockdown, or the most of it in lockdown. And then as we came out of lockdown and I started doing more with my friends and going away places, I just wanted to do something to change things up. You know what it's like, you get a little bit bored or you feel a little bit restricted. Even though I didn't feel restricted at the time when I was doing it, I just wanted to change, no other reason. So I switched over to calorie counting and didn't do quite as well. But what I will say is I didn't do quite as well, but because we were going out and about, I felt like I could have more within my calories than I could if I was trying to stay within my sins. So even though I didn't lose as much, eventually I lost a total of just over 6 stone. But then lots of things happened and we had bereavement in the family, and then I just wasn't doing as well, basically. So I lost the 6 stone and then I put a little bit of that back on. Then Christmas happened and I put a little bit more back on. Where I am now, I'm still obviously trying to lose weight, but following a calorie controlled diet. So it suits me. I've got to be totally honest, when I first switched, I didn't think it would. However, you soon get into the whole, I'm weighing things. I didn't think I could do it. But you know what? It's really no big deal. I just put my plate on the weighing scales and job done. So that is what I'm doing now. And how have I found this week? Well, I've got to be honest. I don't think I've been as on it as I could have been. I've been okay. There have been a couple of days I think that I've gone over, maybe 1 or 2. And that is down to me because if you will have seen last week's video, you will have seen me popping into Aldi and lots of the Christmas things being reduced to 9p. So Beck, in her wisdom, thinks that she'll buy all the 9p things. Yeah. And as I said in my video the other day, I've given a load of stuff away, but there are still things left. So I did make it my mission. And you will have seen last night's video where I did portion up all of, well, not all, just one big massive bar of chocolate. And it was a massive bar of chocolate. So I portioned that up. I've put the grams on there. So I know that if I want to have anything, all I got to do is weigh that and then I can put in the calories. So it's all, you know, it's about being prepared, and that is my main thing. Most of the time, I'll be honest with you, I'm not prepared. But going forward, it is something that I would like to change. So that's what I'm working on as well. And you'll see that in my videos. You'll see me grabbing things for convenience or meal planning. And that's the other thing that I'm trying to do, is I'm mindful, being mindful, I suppose. So I've been doing the January kickstart, and if you saw my video with Adele the other day, I'm loving it. I absolutely adore doing the journal, because I think nowadays I find that my time, as well as my children's time, is so consumed with technology. It really is. From being on my phone, I'll be honest with you, a lot of the time. When Jeff and I are even watching the telly, I'll sit there and I'll be scrolling. And that's just, I think that's just life at the moment. Whether it's because I've got the channel and lots of the time I'm checking. Well, no, I'm not even. I do tend to reply to comments when I'm watching TV. So yeah, that's what happens. So having the journal to write in the mornings, but what I've started doing now as well is, if I'm feeling, the last couple of days I've done this, if I'm feeling like I need, not even need, like I want to go and eat something and I haven't got the calories left for it, I will, because I haven't had fruit until yesterday, I will grab my journal and just start writing, even if it's not even making sense. I'm just writing just to be mindful. So that's what I've been doing lately. Now, this week, how have I done? So I've got to be honest with you. As I said, I haven't been as on it as I could have been. And when I stepped on those scales this morning, I was really, really hoping for a maintain. But I actually got a loss. And there was nobody more surprised than me when I stepped on the scales this morning. So I stood on the scales this morning and I'm very, very pleased to report that I had a 2¼ pound loss. Now then, let me show you, because I've been forgetting to show you my book. Yes, it's my old Slimming World book, but it's got all of my weights in there, and I just feel like I'm just going to use this until it runs out because, you know, environmentally friendly and all that. So let me show you. I'm probably going to need to focus. So let me have a little look-see myself, because I've smudged it as well. So as you can see, I've had to change the dates because I haven't showed you. I've been putting the 21 in. So I stepped on the scales this morning. I was 17 stone 3, which is a loss of 2¼ pound in total. That is 4 stone and I can't even see it. 7 pounds, I believe. So since I've started in January 2020, let me have a little look so I know what I'm talking about. So January 2020, 3 stone 4½, and in total 4 stone 7. Is that right? Yeah. 20 stone 7, 21 stone 10. No, that is not right. Bear with. So I was wrong. It's a total loss of 3 stone 4 since I started in January of 2020, because that's when I've started the whole weight loss journey. Even though I switched over, that's what I go from. And a total loss since I was at my heaviest, which was 21 stone 10, of 4 stone and 7 pounds. So honestly, I actually shouted to Jeff this morning because I stood on those scales. I was like, oh my days. I couldn't believe it, but there we are. And I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that even though I may have been over 1 or 2 days, I'm still not eating the volume of food that I was eating when it was Christmas time. So yeah, haven't started the dieting yet. I've started that. Haven't started the exercise challenges that I wanted to start, and I thought that I would do that on my days off. But it just so happens I haven't had the time for it yet. And I know I need to make time because it's only 7 minutes. So that is something that I'm going to have a little chat to myself about. And I'm going to do that as of tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow. You'll see the video on Sunday. So I'll be starting this on the same day. That's my plan. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, now then, it is 5 years on the 21st of January since my very first video was uploaded. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than with a giveaway? So I thought also it would be quite nice if I could do a Q&A. Now I've meant to do a Q&A for a long time and I just haven't got around to it. So what I'm going to do is, in this weigh-in video, if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, it doesn't matter whether they're regarding, you know, in relation to weight loss, whether they're in relation to family life, whatever you want to ask me, within reason. I'll filter them anyway if I think that they're not appropriate. But I don't think there's anybody that's going to ask me non-appropriate questions, is there? So anything you want to know, ask me in the questions below, because I'm going to answer them in a separate video, which will probably go up on the anniversary of my 5 years, which is quite exciting. Now, a little bit about my channel. So I started off actually doing Slimming World videos, and I might even put a link here to my very first Slimming World video. And then you can see if you think that I've changed. I think I've changed. So yeah, my very first video went up on the 21st of January 2017. And I thought that it'd be quite nice to do something a little bit different. And I'm often talking to the camera and people ask me questions in the comments and I will answer them. But I thought, if there's anything anybody wanted to know, maybe nobody wants to ask me any questions. I don't know. But if you do, and if you've got anything for me, then drop it in the comments, because I am going to be answering them, making a video out of them. So I did think about going live, but I don't think I'd be able to do that, because if I'm put on the spot for questions, at least it gives me a little bit of time to filter them and think of them and stuff, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do the giveaway and the Q&A as part of my 5-year anniversary. I sound really excited. I am really excited, because do you know what? For this channel, it was probably, I think it was lockdown of 2020, so that's only 2 years. It was only then that it started to sort of gain more traction. Before that, I was only releasing weekly videos, and it started off, as I said, doing Slimming World, and then it sort of went over to just daily, weekly vlogs, I suppose, where I was just going on a drive down to Cardiff Bay, or taking the kids out on a family day out, or a couple of cruise ship tours, because I do love my cruises. And yeah, so it just sort of went from that, and then lockdown happened and we couldn't go anywhere and we couldn't do anything, and I discovered the lovely Emma, SW at Home, and I'd actually had a chat to her before doing daily videos, and she said go for it, and I thought, all right then, I'll have a go. And ever since I've been, well, the rest is history, isn't it? Ever since I've been doing them. So I kind of feel like she's a little bit responsible for that. So I am going to link her channel down below as well, because if you haven't found Emma, whether you're doing Slimming World or calorie counting, have a little look, because she's fab, and she's lost a lot of weight as well. And she'll do not just Slimming World, but she'll do What I Eat in a Day, which always gives you motivation, ideas. And she does hauls, which she'll include the calories of as well. So it's, you know, if you're doing calorie counting or Slimming World, well, whatever you're doing, check her out. So there we are. And I've just realised, while I've been sat here and I've recorded the whole of my video, I've done it without my ring light. So the light is behind me. It is not brilliant. I'm really sorry, but I can't do anything about it. So hopefully it won't be too bad while I'm editing. I'm going to leave it there because I have got a bit of a tendency to ramble, I've noticed, when I'm editing my videos. So I'm going to leave it there. So today, no, not today, well, this week, yeah, so it was today, a loss of 2 stone quarter, no, oh, if only, 2 stone quarter of a pound in a week. Brilliant. Maybe that should be my thumbnail, and then I'll get lots of clickbaity things going on. I wouldn't do that. £2.25 for this week. So I'm really happy with that, because like I said, I was only wanting a maintain, and anything else was a bonus. So that is a massive bonus for me. Onwards for the rest of the week, my plan is to plan, because I do better. And maybe that's the other reason as well, is because even though I haven't done a full-on meal plan, I've had a sort of loosely based meal plan, which helps massively. So there we are. That's my tip for the week. Plan. Everybody knows to do that. Just don't. I just don't. I say it, I know I've got to do it, but I don't. But I'm going to loosely plan again, and it does help. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for my What I Eat at the weekend.